Hey everybody, it's Marshall Mike here, and this is a different setup, but I forgot to do this video, and there's no natural lighting, so this is a different setup than I usually do, so just forgive that. Tomorrow, or like whenever else I do a video, probably tomorrow because that's Hero Fridays, it'll be all better, but this part was just, I needed to do this type of setup just for this video. So anyway, yeah, let's talk about Two-Face. This is going to be my Villain Thursdays, all about Two-Face, so let's get started. So Two-Face has been a really weird villain to me. I mean, he's not that big of a villain to me. I mean, let's talk about Two-Face specifically in Dark Knight Rises. Or not Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight. Because that was a little bit of a... I wouldn't say it was a bad portrayal of what happened, but... yeah. I just don't think it was that great of a good amount... I still think it was that great of a Two-Face. I don't know if it was like the actor who played Harvey Dent, but there was a lot of Harvey Dent to the movie, mainly probably because of Heath Ledger's death and like the maybe timing issue, or maybe that's just how they wrote it. I'm not really sure, but Two-Face in that movie just didn't seem amazing. Like, I loved Two-Face and I loved I loved how it went, kind of like in the end, but it would have been done a little bit better. Because I would have loved to see more of Two-Face. That's the only thing I didn't like about it, is that I wanted to see more of him. But we did get to see a lot of Harvey Dent, which is actually pretty good too. Telling the story, it really helped. Because that actually was kind of like a plot pusher to help us with The Dark Knight Rises. Which Harvey Dent was involved in with the story. So, it was really good. It was kind of good. So, yeah. Let's talk about Harvey Dent in Arkham City, Batman Arkham City. Loved that game, and I have two. I have two Game of the Year edition Xbox 360 versions of the game, and I have two of them, and two install discs, because I bought it so many times, and all of them have never worked on my Xbox 360, so now I need a new Xbox 360 just to play that one game, because my Xbox 360 won't play Arkham City for some odd reason. But, yeah, so I've bought a lot of Arkham City, and I want to play it so badly, because Two-Face is also in that game. He's involved with a little bit of the Catwoman storyline that she stole from him, and he wanted to get back at her. So it was really fun to see Two-Face in that game as well. Now let's talk about him in Arkham Knight. We have a lot to talk about. So he's robbing banks in Arkham Knight, and reason why is because he just wants money, which I think is kind of weird. I was reading an article that says that the villains in Arkham Knight have really downsized, have really not been that great of villains, rather than Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, which I understand, because it is kind of silly. Like, why would you rob all these banks, even though Gotham's pretty much helpless? Like, why would you rob all the banks just so that you can just go to the stores and steal from them? I don't know. Like, if you wanted to buy something, you don't need to steal the money to buy it because there's nobody there. Maybe because he's stealing it for the future, like schemes or future things that he's going to do to buy future things or something like that. Or just saving up and then, stealing the money. But still, I thought it was kind of weird, bank robberies during this whole thing. It was kind of weird to me, rather than him rallying. Because in Arkham City, the villains were against each other. And they had strongholds. And they had all these, men. And it was really cool to see how they did that. Like, Joker against Penguin against Two-Face. And, it really helped. In this game, they're working together. It just doesn't work as much as it did in Arkham City because they were against each other. Now that they're rallied together, the Two-Face missions just seem a little weird. Like, the Penguin missions I get. You have weapons that can be useful to this storyline. Or, sorry, the Penguin missions, yeah, that are useful for the storyline, these weapons. Two-Face robbing banks just doesn't seem that great to me. So, yeah. But I still love Two-Face in the game. He looks really cool. He looks kind of creepy, but he's also cool. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Two-Face. And let's say, what will he be in the future? I really want to see more Two-Face. Maybe, in a future, Ben Affleck thing, if Justice League, they had the scene where Two-Face was in it or something, maybe, hopefully. We've already got a Riddler Easter egg in the Batman v Superman trailer, which is great, because the one thing I didn't like about the Dark Knight trilogy is that it just did villains that were too realistic. There's no Poison Ivy, which, I guess Christopher Nolan didn't want that vision, which I get, because it's great on its own. I love the Dark Knight trilogy. But what would it be like if they had, Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze and Bane's Venom? Because they didn't have that either. So what would it be like with that? Which is what Zack Snyder's vision is. All these supervillains. So I love that about Zack Snyder, that he's making these these super-powered villains in the movies, but still making them to look realistic. Like Killer Croc, he looks very realistic. He's wearing makeup and like special effects, not CGI. So he still looks really realistic, though he is still Killer Croc. Which I love about how Zack Snyder is doing it. He's still doing these superpowered villains, unlike Christopher Nolan, who really didn't do them. But I'm also glad that they didn't do this. Like, it would be kind of weird to do the superpowered villains in the Dark Knight trilogy because there's not a lot of time in one film to do like 3 or 4 villains rather than 2 or 1. You know what I mean? It just makes sense like that. So, but yeah. But let me know what you guys think of Arkham City Two-Face and Arkham Knight Two-Face and in Two-Face in the movies. Comment down below. Links up there. Links down there, you guys. How it goes. Sorry about that, guys. Space issue with my phone, but I fixed it. It's fine. It was just happening so fast. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I will be doing more videos, and on Saturdays I'm doing Marveled Monkey again, redoing that, starting with a Tom Holland Spider-Man video that should be really good. So yeah, but I'm just gonna wrap it up here because I don't want to have another issue with the space. But thanks guys for watching, and see you guys later. Bye.